Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Mr. Extra Team Extra. This is the locals for Friday, so 5/13. And this is my first round. I am playing Brandon invoked despia. This was my last week. I was going to test this. And I am going against my buddy Lamont, and he is playing Swordsoul, guys. So we're going to get right into it. And if I remember correctly, I won the dice roll and I let him go first, which is a mistake. So he's gonna go Pot of Desires, which risky bisky, but I mean, if you're using Swordsoul, you're not gonna use all your extra decks. You're gonna use a good amount of it though, you know. So he's gonna go ahead and start off the Swordsoul combo. I'm gonna have a hard time remembering all these Tinny Spirits, unfortunately. So that one was the yellow one. He's going to proceed to go ahead and start popping off. He has the Link on the field. He goes Moye. He's going to Moye the token. I'm about to not have a good time on this. We'll just call this, guys. I'm probably not going to have a good time on it. I mean, I know how the match went. It ends up going to the decider. But just watch. So he's got Chinling, or I like to call it Chinling, Ching Chong, just because, like, Swordsoul has a bunch of Japanese-related names, and I don't know, Ching Chong is just a little funny sounding. I forget Chinling, and so he's gonna end on a Chinling and then a Baron. He is gonna keep working that board real quick. He's got the little 1-star boy. I'm gonna Dark Ruler the board. So my only response I got, which is a good one, we're gonna go Fallen. We are going to go and try to fuse up the Baron, and I believe he just blackouted my person, or he tried to. He's still learning Swordsoul. It's a Friday night. We're all just playing. We're gonna successfully do it. Go into the Mirror Jade. So we got rid of the Baron. I just got rid of the Tingling and the other thing. So I'm gonna pitch to get rid of the Baron with Mirror Jade, and then I'm gonna follow with Brand of Fusion. We're gonna go ahead and try to pop off. We already cleared both negates on the board. We just gotta roll through. We gotta establish presence. This is all I really got, unfortunately. We're gonna swing on in. He's gonna end up doing that. I believe that's when he blacked out my board, which was a good move. I don't know. I've gone against Swordsoul a lot personally, guys, but there's certain cards that I'm still a little iffy about, like Blackout, and then later the Synchro 10. I end up getting not reading. Like, I read the man, then didn't understand it. He puts out the other Swordsoul, which is kind of similar to Moye, like Kamos or Kalios. He didn't get token. Blackout gave him another token, right? He's gonna review his graveyard. And while he reviews his graveyard, I will proceed to brand it in red to get the Fallen Albaz, and add it back to my hand, and then just proceed to not fuse, since you have a choice with that with brand in red. It says you can fuse, you don't have to. You can just use it to get it back in hand. It does work. Alright, anyway, so he has a Chinling back on field again. Unfortunately, he's going to start laying the damage on. Oh, future reference to... This is probably going to be useful knowledge. Zombie World does not hurt Swordsoul as much as I assumed it would. I assumed it would hurt the Swordsoul, so he's going to put out the Berserker Tinny, I believe that's what that is. And then I got 4K left. I don't have a whole lot in my hand. I'm gonna end up going to. I'm gonna end up giving him a round for sure. I'm pretty sure right here. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so we're gonna draw. We're gonna use Fusion Deployment. He's gonna negate it. So we're just like, okay. That's basically it. Pretty sure I don't got nothing. We're gonna look. We're gonna look again. We're gonna think about my life. We're gonna go Alistair. He's gonna negate that with Chinling. Once he negates, I'm just like, well, that's everything, buddy. I believe you got it. There you go. I'll go ahead and scoop it to him. And you guys are going to watch me do a power comeback on Swordsoul. I personally like going up against Swordsoul because Swordsoul is hard. Like, if they get established, I mean, they can put up the 2-3 negate board, but if they get really established and you don't get rid of it after the first turn and they end up having 4 or 5 bodies, you're going to have a lot of negates. It's going to be disgusting. So I do not remember what I sided in, unfortunately. But if I would have to guess, I have 3 there. It's probably 2 zombie worlds and the necrobanshee. Because I did want to try to test that out on someone, and I assumed zombie world would be clutch, right? Because you figure, you know, worms and gray become zombies, but Chinling just needs to banish Swordsoul monsters, I believe. So I'm like, oh, didn't know that. So I learned something today. But aside from pretty recent videos, I will be putting up invoked despia for a while. I'm tired of fusion summoning. I want to go back to being a synchro player. I like setting up fat boards, basically. It's always fun. That's more fun because you just look at them and go, what are you going to do? We're going to go ahead and normal summon the Albert, right? And then we're going to go to search. He's going to let me do it. I'm going to grab the Brandon in red. If I'm grabbing the Brandon in red, I'm thinking about it. And I actually take theater. Because a lot of times theater is slept on. No one plays it, and I'm like, why? You can literally loop theater with comedy and grave, and then bounce a fusion off your field to put comedy back to dodge target. And then when they go to, I theatered and I ended up getting the masquerade. I go to the dramaturge. Tragedy lets me get comedy. You already see what I'm getting ready to do here. So we're gonna go ahead, and I believe this is turn 1. So we have a negate. We got the burn. I put this on the board for him. Just like, here you go, Lamont. What you got for me, buddy? He's gonna go Moye. I'm like, alright, here we go. We're gonna start burning, and I'm gonna Ghost Ogre the Moye. So he gets the token, but the Moye is gone, which is, you know, pretty good. Because Ghost Ogre and Moye actually hurts Moye level. If they don't have a follow extender, then they're just kind of left with a token and nothing else, and they burn their normal summon too. It's like just as bad as Effect Veiling it, basically. At least Effect Veiler, they can try to stop it. We're gonna go Alistair. And I have the Alistair, Dramaturge, Masquerade, Albert right now. He's going to try to blackout. And then I'm going to use comedy to stop the blackout. We're going to go into game 3, buddy. Easily. This Swordsoul matchup for locals on 5/13. I believe it's 5/13, yeah. Not Friday, anyways. This was one of my favorite matches of the night. Because, like I said, I like going against Swordsoul. Swordsoul is kind of hard to defend against if they go first and they get set up, because at that point, Raigeki or but I mean, I don't have the fun to. I would play stuff for Ben Droplets. I'd rather just have more dragons, more DPs, stuff like that. So he is definitely gonna go first because it is Swordsoul. There's no way. So he's gonna put out the yellow spirit Ashuna, I guess, on it, because there's a Shura, then Ashuna. Monk of the Tinny. He's gonna banish that. Oh, it's a tiring night, guys. He's gonna go for the water version, the water Tinny spirit. I'm just gonna call him like that. Water, light one, the earth one. That's easier for to remember. I just know the water one's good. I really wish I could remember offhand what that spell is called, but unfortunately I don't know what that one does. But I believe it lets them search. So he's gonna go Moye effect for token. So he's gonna slow walk me back up again to try to set up. He's gonna go Chinling, which Chinling's just such a busted card. Such a busted card, because literally you could float it into another deck and he's a standard sync gate, and all you gotta do is just put a couple of Swordfulls in, and I mean, if you have at least 2 in, they're going the grade to bring him out. You know what? That gives you 2 negates. So he's gonna go for it's not Vassal. That is the circle. Hand trap, but if I had one, I would have hit it early in. I would have hit it on the that yellow Tinny Spirit, the light one. I would have did it right there. He's gonna go ahead and slow walk me. He's gonna put out the big boy. And I remember how this match ended, and it sucked. because I didn't read that big boy, unfortunately. But you're gonna see some tire play, clutch play stuff. But I will ultimately lose. He's gonna keep walking it. I'm pretty sure he's got a blackout face down as well. I mean, it is Swordsoul they're going to. We're gonna try to bait out his stuff. Baiting is half of you get. If you can bait out the negates early on stupid stuff, then you're doing pretty good. He's gonna let me search the Alistair though. Give a little searchy. We're gonna normal summon Alistair. We are going to, I believe he hit my Alistair with an effect veiler. And then we are going to Poly in the Chimera. And then this is where stuff gets hairy. So, basically what's going to happen, because we had a long conversation here about Poly and Chimera. Because when I go to use Poly, on Declaration of Poly, he is going to like chain in the Poly, basically. If that makes any sense. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's fine with me regardless, because I mean, Poly still ended up going to Grave, and I still ended up resolving Chimera. But he basically goes to try to set up some stuff, but he changed in the Poly with blackout and some quick speed stuff, which was weird because he blacked out my Poly. And he ends up telling me Poly's gonna go to Grave, so I'm like, oh, okay, blackout's a weird card. But ultimately, I am going to get to resolve Chimera, but this is what I remember is that I actually target the wrong card with Chimera, and this will cause me to lose the duel, guys. You'll see it here in a second. But I still had fun regardless. Each time I play Swordsoul, I learn a little bit more about what to hit and what not to hit. Right now, Chimera is, you know, Chimera. He has Poly engraved. He's protected right now. So we're going to end up going for the Aliber, because I'm pretty sure one of the cards in my hand was a tragedy. So he's gonna finish up his chain, and then I'll get to do mine. Granted, I was priority player, if that makes any sense. So he's gonna end up banishing the Chimera, and then I'm still gonna resolve Chimera's effect. I gotta pop his guy. I didn't read it. He protects with his effect. I'm gonna draw a turn. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then from here, I am. Oh, what did I try to do from here? I'm trying to remember. We're gonna go to the invocation. I put out Zombie World here, and this is where I thought Zombie World would help me, because I thought Chainlink was working monsters, and this is where I learned Zombie World does not work on Swordsoul. I wanted to drop it, but he would have ended up negating, guys. So, yeah, pretty much learned it. That was it. It was an interesting match. I have a couple questions about the weird interaction with Banished Poly, but it's no sweat, you know.